What's good? The monster, Naoya Inoue, stops Marlon Tapales in the 10th round to become undisputed champion in the 122 division. Second weight class to become undisputed champion, and he's only the second man to become a two-division undisputed champion. First one, of course, Terrence Crawford. He was pretty close to becoming the first one, but Crawford had him beat. And Crawford did do it in a more dramatic fashion. Inoue, you gotta fight. You gotta fight this fight. Tapales came to win, and Monster drops him in the fourth hard, and then in the fifth he goes for the kill. Kind of goes a little while, steps back a little bit, goes, all right, I gotta be patient again. Kind of starts fighting from a distance, jab, and then he throws this looping right, kind of an uppercut, kind of a hook. That would land at times, but then Tapales would get in his shell after that and fought a little bit more defensively, fought smarter, and kept his distance, was able to parry his shots. I gave Tapales the 7th and 8th round, so that's more rounds that he lost since probably the Nonito fight. So he had to readjust after that. After the knockout didn't come in the fourth and the fifth, he had to readjust and start breaking Tapales' shell and start fighting smarter. Yeah, start throwing that jab, start doubling up that right, Tapales would get him to back up in the rounds that he would win. So Monster would start fighting going forward. He stopped only in like the 4th and 5th round. He was trying to knock him out, trying to knock his head off, and Tapales actually hung in there, and he made it a slugfest throughout like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round, and he was landing some good shots, but he was also opening. Tapales, I'm talking about Tapales. He was also opening himself up a lot more for Monster's attack, which is why he got caught with that hard left hook in the 4th round and led to a series of punches that would drop him. So he made it a more defensive fight. He actually slowed Monster's pace down quite a bit in the 7th and 8th round, and Monster had to adjust and stop fighting Tapales' fight. So this was a good fight. This was not the typical Monster display fight. And you can't do that every fight, especially against top tier opposition. This guy was a unified champion in the weight, so you can't do that every fight. And this was interesting to see how Monster would adjust, and he still scored the knockout. He hit him with a hard right in the 10th round, and Tapales kind of backed into the ropes and took a knee. It was a little suspicious. Looked weird. It looked weird. Am I gonna say home cooking? No, because we all know how hard Monster hits. And I really don't have anything to point out that's suspicious about his fights before this fight. So I'm not gonna say home cooking. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but it was a strange knockout because he just hit him with a hard right hand. He wasn't hurting him like majorly before. He was backing him up. He was landing some hard shots, those hard right hands, hard body shots. But that right hand, it was hard. But did it look like something that would knock somebody out? Didn't look like it. And it was just weird to see him. It was like a late reaction, like what happens after a body shot. He hit him with the right hand, he backed up into the ropes, and then he went down. And it was like 2 or 3 seconds after. So congratulations to the Monster. He scored the stoppage, but it was just a weird stoppage. I think he was going to win comfortably if it did go to the scorecards, or I'm sure he was going to press for it in the 11th and 12th round anyway and probably get the stoppage then, but it got stopped in the 10th round. I'm not saying it's unfeasible. It's just a strange way that it happened. I hope it doesn't taint it at all. But Yeah, it was a good fight. It was interesting seeing Monster actually struggle a little bit, and you want to see that. You want to see that from your favorite fighters. You don't. I mean, it's nice to see them knock everybody out and in dramatic fashion, but it's nice to see them adjust and go for the knockout and not just. He could have cruised to a unanimous decision if he wanted to, but you know he would have gone for the knockout in the 11th and 12th round. So good fight, good performance by Tapales, man. But we know that Monster could be touched and he could be beaten. These guys, no one's invincible. So this was a good fight. He said he wants to stay at 122 and he has negotiations to fight in May. It's just a shame that he's only fighting like twice a year from now since he signed with Bob Arum. But that's prize fighting. So he said he got something big, maybe a Casimero fight. People have been clamoring for that, but he said he couldn't talk about it. So maybe it is. He said he's gonna stay at that weight class. So he might have felt something in this weight class that says, yeah, maybe I'll stick with it and not go to featherweight for a while. So thanks everybody for watching. What do you guys think? Who should he fight next? And what do you think about him as a fighter of the year for this year? He fought twice. He stopped two world champions, and he became undisputed champion. That's pretty good. Well, what do you guys think? Thanks everybody for watching. Peace.